I'm hoping that I get stronger pepper plants because I always struggle with pepper plants. We'll be planting some seeds today, and this is for my outdoor garden. I will be using cotton balls and the seed starting system for the farm. There was a lot of root damage when I pulled them out, and I tried to be as gentle as I could, but welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, I'm Catherine, the Aerogarden Homesteader, and today is, well, it's a garden update, and it's going to be starting the outdoor garden. So this is the cilantro. It is looking pretty good. I do have a couple of little crunchy tips. I don't know what's going on there, but I really only have two things in the Aerogarden, and I will show you the other one, and then I will start planting for the outdoor garden. And here is the celery. I have been actually harvesting from it. Some of the ones on the bottom got damaged when I transferred it over to the farm. It did make it into the farm, but the one in the back there was really wilty for a little while. I had to pull some off. I think there was a lot of root damage when I pulled them out. And I tried to be as gentle as I could, but you can only do so much. So they are doing pretty good. The stems are still hollow. Like I can tell when I squeeze it that there's really, oh, see, this one's got some resistance to it, but this one doesn't have any resistance to it. So maybe now that they're in here and they've got a more constant supply of water, they are doing better. I certainly hope that's the case. So that is how that is doing. And then I had to clean off my table to do this. I'll be planting some seeds today, and this is for my outdoor garden. I will be using cotton balls and the seed starting system for the farm. So I'm going to have to clean these off, but I have 3 sections that are empty. I am going to be filling as many as I can, within reason. So I only need a certain amount, and I do sell my extras. So I'm planning on doing about 100 plants. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll take you along for it. But I'm going to have to set up a few things and switch you over to the tripod. Okay, so I kind of have things set up. Not really. I have not used the seed starting tray yet at all. In fact, I literally just opened it to verify everything was there. Missing 2, apparently I'm missing 3 sponges. So what I need to do is I might have to pull out the pump nozzle. Alright, so I need to pull out the pump nozzle. I think I am going to put it in the farm that's way on the back by the celery. And then I can just store the extra parts in the box. Nothing is plugged into the pump. Like, none of the pumps are plugged in except for the one for the celery, because obviously I don't want to burn pumps out. All of this stuff has been empty. It's been sitting around for a little while. So I'm going to have to make sure I plug everything in when I am done. Okay, I am dumping out all of the sponges. I will be using cotton balls. Now, my logic for this is, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to do the peat sponges in the garden. I did, because I had some of those, those seed starting herb kits that just about every farm comes with, and every Aerogarden. But I put the parsley and a few other ones in the garden. When I pulled them up, that's all I got was that. There was like no roots, there was nothing else, it didn't break down, nothing. So I am going to try with the sponges, or the cotton balls, and see if that works better. Okay. I have a bunch of sponges. I gotta figure out the best way to divide this, because I have two different jalapeno seeds, and I'm not sure if there is a spice level difference, but see, this one says mild and this one just says early. So I probably want to plant, I don't know how many earlies I have left. I probably want to plant all of my earlies, and then whatever's left I will plant as, ooh, there's not many in there. Okay, but I'll just plant the rest as the mild. I feel like a jalapeno is a jalapeno, but who knows? As we discovered with the mini jalapeno, which was not mini when it was outside, or inside I mean, was not mini inside. Okay, so I don't know the best way to get these in without squishing the crap out of them. I guess I'm going to have to squish the crap out of them. Okay, oh, there we go. I still want to make sure there's like a little well for the seed. So I'm just going to get I probably will just get all of these filled in, and then I will sort out my seed situation. Because this is probably going to take a while. Oh my goodness. Let's just try to, yeah, there we go. Okay. So don't do anything to it, just push it in. Finger creates the well. So for me, I am starting my peppers a little late. I normally start mine kind of like the middle of January, and I think that is because I must not be feeding them the right food, or there's something missing from the dirt I am using, because they always grow slow for me. Always. And they seem to struggle to grow in the garden as well. I think something is missing from my garden. So this is why this year I am going to try this. My hope is that these will grow nice and strong and quickly, and that I can move these out into their pots by the time I need to start my tomato seeds, which is probably in 2 to 3 weeks, so that might be cutting it close. If these sprout really fast and grow pretty big and strong quickly, I might be able to start my tomatoes a little bit later, just because I would have, you know, if the peppers start quickly and grow strong, then the tomatoes could start quickly and grow strong, would be the logic. On the flip side, what I can do as well is I've only got one Bounty seed starting tray, but I can start that. I have 2 Harvest seed starting trays, and I think I have 1 Sprout seed starting tray. So I start all of those up, and I get a few just regular Bounties and start those. I could start my tomatoes in that, and then I could always try to do, and this is something I really want to do actually, so I probably will do this, just not with peppers, but with the tomatoes. I'm going to start some in soil side by side. I'm pretty sure the Aerogarden will do well, because generally you feed in the Aerogarden a lot sooner than, at least than me. I don't feed my seedlings right away when I'm growing them in dirt. I guess my assumption has always been the dirt has everything in it, because I'm putting in compost and topsoil and all of this stuff, and I don't think that's the case. I think something has been missing from it, and the peppers have been struggling, but the tomatoes have been a little bit more resilient. So this year, I think I will try a head-to-head with the tomatoes. I also need to figure out what else I can start now, so I need to look at my list of things I can start, which is probably my cold weather crops. I might be able to start some cold weather crops and get those acclimating. I've also been tempted to, we don't have any snow on the ground. The ground is muddy, it's workable. I could, in theory, go out, and I want to try this. I should try this. I want to just go out with some of my cold weather seeds and just whack them in the ground, because really, the seed won't start growing unless the conditions are just right. So I'm kind of hoping if I just put some in the ground that they'll just start up. I'm thinking cabbage or beets, that kind of thing. I don't know if you can tell, but there's kind of a top and a bottom. The cotton is swirled around, so if you put it in with this part facing up, it's kind of a little easier to create a well. This one really demonstrates that. It's curled around, so that makes more sense. Okay, since these are out and open, not open, these ones are out and open, I'm going to start with these first and see how far I get. That's all of them. There's really not many. I will go through, and if they're kind of sitting a little high, I will go and push them down a little bit more. But I will use something that's a little smaller than my finger. Make sure I get just one in each one. So these are last year's seeds. We will see how the germination is on these. And the other ones, the mild ones, are this year's seeds. So hopefully they will be good. Seeds, I've kept my seeds in a cool, dark spot, so they should hopefully be okay. I don't normally have a lot of problems starting last year's seeds, although I hear that the alum family seeds can be a little finicky. Okay, you know what? I might leave those two. That way I've got 2 complete rows and it's easy to remember. It's not going to kill me to have 2 seeds. And then let's see how many seeds are in this packet. If I have to get more seeds, I will go get more seeds, but it would be nice to know because I'm going to the store tomorrow. I might as well pick them up while I'm out. Of course, I can't get into the package. There you go. Oh yeah, there's lots in there. Okay, let's see how far this gets me. Okay, well, I am short 6 seeds, even if I used those ones. So, you know what? I do have some mini jalapeno seeds. I might just put them in those. And I can sell them as minis. Okay, you'll have to be in my memory. Okay, so these are ones I just harvested from the garden. Okay, there we go. So if any don't germinate in a reasonable amount of time, I might just fill them in with some minis, and I'll just go from there. I'll hopefully remember which one's which. Now, I have a pen. I'm going to try to get them down into the cotton ball a little bit more, and then I will get them in the farm. Now I will have to put water in and then hook up the pump, so I might have to take them out of the farm, fill it up. It's easier to fill it up with water if the tray isn't in the farm, but once I get that filled up, then I can put this back in. This does not come with like a humidity dome of any type, which is a bit of a shame. I wish they had done something or thought about it, but I'll just have to keep an eye on it and make sure they, so some of them are sticking out more than others. I will just need to make sure that those ones stay wet or moist or whatever. This one is kind of compacted in a weird way. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so that looks decent. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I have Anaheims and bell peppers. I'm going to do them in alphabetical order, and that just kind of works out because those are jalapenos. So yeah, I did not sell very many. I sold a ton of jalapenos last year, but I did not sell, I kept an empty package, that's lovely. I did not sell a lot of other peppers. So let me see if there's any, none in here either. Well, so much for planting those today. Okay, let me see what I have. Switch things around a little bit. Okay, well I have a pepper mix. Let's see. I don't think I have a lot of seeds. These are really old seeds. I don't think it's worth, yeah, there's like 2 in there. Don't think it's worth taking a chance on those. Do you have, what's behind this? Hot pepper mix. I don't want to do any mixes because I want to know what I am selling people. Those won't sell. Okay, well, I'm going to the store tomorrow, so guess what I will be picking up? I will probably be picking up some sweet peppers and some Anaheims. So, I will take, I don't know if you really need to see me planting more seeds. I will plant the seeds, but I will be showing you progress on how these are going as they start growing, because I want to take you along with me. I want to show you if this is a viable method at all for even starting seeds. Now I realize that the Farm XL is total overkill for starting seeds. This would probably be so much better in just like one of those little farms that only goes up 12 inches. That would be perfect for seed starting, because then you could stack a bunch of them and start a ton of seeds in a small spot. And ooh, that's a good idea. Don't tell my husband I thought of that. But anyways, I want to show you if this is good or not, because I am curious about this. I want to know if the cotton balls will work better than the peat sponges that come with the, that come with the Aerogarden. Just all of these questions that I have, I want to know answers to. So I am experimenting this year, and I am taking you along with me, and I am hoping that I get stronger pepper plants, because I always struggle with pepper plants. My tomatoes always do really well. They kind of did poorly last year, but they always do really well. So this year, this is going to be the year of the pepper for me. So stay tuned. Hold me to that. Hold me to all of these things, especially if you're curious about how everything is going to work out. So I'm going to get this all back together again. Since I don't have anything in these, I might just put my lemon plant and my lime plant back on top. They do so much better under these lights. I don't know where I'm going to put them once these are all full of seedlings, but that's a problem for future me. So anyways, I hope you found this garden update useful. I hope you are following along to see how my seeds do. Start your seeds too if it's the appropriate time. Start something. Like, start green onions. You can even just grow those in the house. Start something. I hope you let me know below what you are starting and what you are most interested in seeing how it does. I will have some videos up at the end that you might also enjoy, and I will see you next time on the Aerogarden Homestead.